evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I hope everyone is having a fantastic and wonderful day today. First day of the holiday, everything has been awesome. I have played the Switch more today than I think I ever have done in my life before, which is awesome. So yeah, actually that's not true, Suika probably did that, but yes, I hope everyone is having a fantastic and wonderful day. I do also hope that the YouTube Connecty thing works. I have updated StreamerBot to the latest version, and it looks like it's working, but I need to keep an eye on it to make sure it is working. The Twitch integration seems to be fine. YouTube is the questionable one, so we will see. We will see whether that works or not, or whatever. So we'll take it from there and make it up as we go. We are going to make paint today. Lots of paint. Lots of paint. Lots of paint. I need 40 chemical processes apparently to make the paint. That's what we left ourselves off at, and I have the chemical processes on me, so we can get straight to it. So shall we? Shall we? My camera's not facing me. That's why I'm looking off to one side. That's better. Now I'm looking over there. Now I'm looking over there. Yay! It works. Awesome. Okay. That's not going to work. Push this button here. Oof. I'll hide down here in the corner. And put on 40 chemical processes for paint. 40 chemical processes for paint. Madness. Madness, madness, madness. Okay. Let's go over here and get some paint there. I also have cheesecake, which I haven't managed to eat yet, so I'm going to be munching as the stream goes on, so. Nom, nom, nom. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have all the things I need. I have all the things I need. Right. So we're going to put it in here on top. So let's start it there. And we want you to make paint, okay? And you want low density olimite, gas, and water. What is in here? Liquid polymer. That's no good. Gas is there, and there is a pipe underground, so we might be able to pop up underground here-ish. That was the plan, wasn't it? We were going to tap into the pipe, which is under here. No, it's not. It's under here, and come straight up into there. Low density olimite is in here, so we can tap into this one, which is actually running quite a distance, so we might have to put a pump in this one, but that's fine because we need to come up anyway and probably come along. So yeah, Wonder, hello, good evening. I hope you are having a good day. So if I was to do, there is no way we can figure out these, we can't line them up. Like the center one lines up fine, so that's not a problem. The center one will be easy. The liquid polymer and the water is different, so we're gonna have to go water above, liquid polymer below, and then the gas has to come into the center. So I should have a back door in the game. Oh, what sort of back door? What? You can still play it. Yeah. Doesn't it end in like an hour? Hold on. Ah, no, it's ended. It has ended. So what, can you just run the exe directly? Is that a thing? Shush. Bad team. There are two, one for teams. Oh, so you can just run the... Oh, okay. Okay. Run the game one and it works. Nice. Nice. You lose your old saves. If it saves in a different location, can't you just copy the save data? Right, I'm gonna move that over by one more. I'm gonna try something a little bit crazy here. So I move that over by one more and put it actually there. Can't find the old saves. I can tell you where they are on Windows. Does that help? Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. I can tell you where the folders are empty, yeah. Ah. It's weird. Creepy Jar doesn't have a folder. Star Raptor doesn't have a folder there. They're not stored in the maps common. The Star Raptor game Steam, and then you just go into the Win64 program and run Star Raptor shipping. Ooh, I might have to might have to have a nosy nose because it's got to save them somewhere locally. It's got to save them somewhere locally, right? Let that have a hunt there, and we're carrying with this. So let's get rid of that one. Copy that, rotate it around, go do 3 there. Okay. Right. So what I want to do is I want to pump. Right, but you can, if you run the game normally and then save it, does it save in the place you're expecting it to save in? Do that. No, maybe I can. Hold on.
Hello there.
Ah, nuts. Tag, hello there. Hope you are having a good day. Oh, I didn't copy it properly. Paint and paint. So what I'm thinking is we run 3 pipes through here. We run 1 here at this height, which will be the gas. We will run below, which will be this one. I don't know how I'm going to bring the gas up. This is in the way. We can move this pipe. This pipe isn't a problem. This pipe could absolutely go up and higher and come down again. Yeah, that's really not a problem. So yeah, you would have to go up and over. So this is the gas. The gas is going to come up here. Oh, that. Turn that way and go into there. You will be a pipe here, and then you will be a pipe there. 3 pipes like that. The center one is for the gas, and that just connects all of them. The lower one goes into this one and this one, and the upper one goes into that one and that one. So take out these 2 here, find where the gas, so the gas is here. Interesting. The only way it can find a save on my system called Stream Plus, which was my last save, was oh, unless well, no, they wouldn't have deleted the saves, would they? There'd be no way they'd delete the saves. Okay, so they've got to be stored elsewhere then. Project Zomboid saves into a questionable place. Don't see it there. Baron, hello, hello, good evening. Hope you're having a good day. And Radcliffe, hello. I am very much. I have been playing Ultimate Alliance 3 all day with my housemate, pretty much. Having lots of fun. Doesn't save in your documents either. Now this is a hole. Blabius, this is a hole. Because we're trying to figure something out. Does it have cars, guns, or fishing? No. Making this super hard on myself. We are going to put in these things here for making paint. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do paint. Wanderer has distracted me straight away, however, for trying to find where the save games for Star Raptor are, because apparently it's still playable. Don't have to necessarily be there. That one could be water. Let's move you to instead be here. I just want to put a pump on it because it's going to struggle. You are going to have a pump as well, actually, because you're quite a long line, which means I then can't run a water pipe. If you want a Star Raptor, so will I. So will I. Very, very much so. I have enjoyed that game thoroughly. So it wins. It wins one. So get rid of that and that. So you will come out here. Actually, no, hold on. You will go up here. And this pipe has to move. This pipe is in the way. Can I run this pipe over to here? The small pumps are useless in this game. Why is that? Why have you decided that? And how have you decided that? There's no real other way to Sometimes move 10 liters at a time. I can't say I've experienced that. Is there? There isn't. Oh, I can't do it here because there's no. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we are going to, by the power of Grayskull, dig down and magically find water. Ready? Magically find water. Look at the beautiful water that's always been down here. Amazing. Cut that off. Put in a T-junction there. Yeah, I can't say I've ever had them only move a little bit at a time. Machine parts. Nobody here is using machine pots, so let's go over here. Boop. Grab. Boop. Yeah, that's where the Wanderer, that is exactly where I went straight for the save files, thinking that was where they were. But then I saw the folders are empty. I don't know whether there was a way for them to remove the saves when the demo ended. I wouldn't have thought so. Right, that should fill with water. Yes, beautiful. Okay, oh, let's do that there, and then there. There is water, there is the gas. Okay. So the folder, the app data folder where the saves are normally kept, it creates the folders, but obviously that's not where the saves are being kept. They're being kept somewhere else. They're not saved under the same name. So they must be saved somewhere else as a I don't mean they must be saved. They must be saved somewhere else. Well, they have to be saved somewhere else because yeah. What I mean is that they must be being saved as part of another file. Okay, so this one's water, and water is there. Okay. And this one is polymer, or whatever it is. And this one is up. Right. And then we grab a T-junction there. T-junction there. We Steam Cloud doing it in there's a manual backup location for Steam Clouds, isn't there? Hold on. Steam. Where is it? User data. Oh, I don't know what. Aha! 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 Hold on. Hold on. What is... Oh, God. I don't know where you have Steam installed, but Wanderer, I'll put it in Twitch chat as well for anybody who wants to try and find this. He wants go there. Boom. And I assume if you move them out to the actual location where the other saves are done, you'll probably keep your saves. Because as you said that about the Steam Cloud saves, I remember that the Steam Cloud saves are synced to your computer. Yep. And it saves them via the app ID, but I didn't know what the app ID was, and it is. Yeah. It might the numbers might be different though, because the user data. One of those numbers, either the one that starts 123. Or the one that starts 383 is my username, my Steam user ID, and the other one is the game ID. So, yeah. But if you go into the user data folder in Steam and search for the name of your save, you'll find it. So that might not actually work technically, but yeah. I think the Steam app's probably 381. Riven, hello, good evening. I hope you're having a good day. Star Rupture store page. Apparently the Star Rupture store page is 1631270. That's not any of them numbers there. But the playtest may have been a different one. The game is a 383 one, right? So the first one is might be my Steam ID. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. So yeah, so if you can find it in there, then that's where it will be. And I would assume that if you copy them out of there and put them into the app data folder, then you'll should be able to load them, I would guess. I don't know. I do know. I am 99% sure that will work. So yeah. Yes, Mr. Hedge the Hog. Hog the Hedge, it's mine. You may have just doxed yourself. Not really. I mean, you can just look me up on Steam. I'm kind of have the same username, so it's not really difficult to find me. It's not like that exactly gives away my personal address or something. So. What I need to do is plug in this one here. Oop. I don't really mind if people add me on Steam, to be honest with you. If I get random people that I don't know, then I tend to ignore them. I don't block them or anything. I just kind of ignore it. But if I'm on a stream and then you go, oh yeah, I added you on Steam, then I don't mind. It doesn't really bother me. I have most of my alerts turned off on Steam, so you wouldn't interrupt any recording or something anyway. So they're working. Yay, the system works. Yeah. Yeah. The Steam folder. The Steam folder. So in Steam, then in the Steam folder is user data, and then the numbers, and then create one there. The problem is obviously it depends on. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers in there of Steam, all with many games, because it's not just me that uses this computer. So it's my main machine, but I've had other people log into Steam on it to do things with it. So my brothers and housemate and my niece. So yeah. Okay, so now what we need to do is repeat this 20 times that way. Oh, do I wish the duplicator mod worked? Oh, do I wish the duplicator mod worked? But it doesn't. It doesn't. The duplicator mod will not do things here. Well, that's your own fault for having Linux folders, you know. Yeah, that's the Steam install. So it should be the same. I would assume it would be the same. I would think the Steam structure should be the same. But 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's 11, isn't it? Because there's one there. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, so it has to be this, and then again. So yeah. Housemates? No. The maids don't use the they don't use the computer. They've got their own game rigs. So yeah. No, I don't have housemates. I'm not that rich. Oh. Right, okay. So let's just start here and we'll do this. So all of you are going down. All of you are going down. You hear that? All of you are going down. Oop. Then all of these ones go up. These ones. Nope. Gotta kind of do it in a slow process because it's got to be built up in layers. Because if I try and put the main pipes in with a first, I can't work around them. Bum, 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 bum. Right. Do another picture. Yay! There we go. Yay! So you should be able to copy, if you go back and copy the folder to the same location that the other saves are in, when you restart the game, it should find them. And I am fairly confident it will find them. Uh-oh. Then we want to grab a pipe, and the pipe wants to come across intersection. That wants to go in the center. There. Then we want a T-junction. Which way is the T-junction facing? I want to turn it that way. So it goes there and there. And then rotate it around, and then we do, no, not there. Okay, and then we just grab a piece of pipe. I don't know why I have them. Let me drag it out to there. Then we drag it out to there. And then for some reason I have it rotated round the other ones. Dean, hello, good evening. I can't get the blueprint mod to work. It will copy, it will not paste. I tried it on a stream 2 streams ago, last stream, whenever it was. So I could copy things, I could drag it around, I could do all the stuff we do normally, move it into position and things like that. But when I clicked to actually paste it, nothing happened. So yeah, just nothing happens with it. So don't know why. Yeah. You a Pokemon Steam? Never know. No real life game resource. I don't have a public Discord. I've never considered myself to be large enough to warrant one. I am in a few of them that smaller streamers and things have, and no shade on anyone there, but they are very much ghost towns. So I always thought you would just be filled up with going live notifications. But I must admit, the streams recently have been doing rather well. I've been getting a lot more people watching, and a lot more people engaging as well and saying hello and what is that, which I'm very, very, very happy with. So thank you everyone for being here. It is always appreciated, everyone who turns up and says hello and lurks and even doesn't say hello. That's fine. What did I do here? But yeah, it's fantastic. So maybe I will have to look into Discord at some point. Please do not tell me I messed this up. Please do not tell me I messed this up. No, you're full. You're full. You're good. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. You're running. Excellent. Excellent. It's just a broken pipe.
Hello
Excellent.
there.
There we go. Yeah. Leave it. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. I do hope everyone has been having a good day today. And everything has been awesome and wonderful. Ow. Oh. Oof. Hello. Right. So we need to do this again. This whole thing. I need to do it again. So, yeah. So yeah, we need to do this again here. So that'll be okie dokie. Okie dokie. It's got to be done. Let's go. Let's go. See how far we can go before I run out of building blocks. Might even put another larger storage box in here actually, and store paint in the large one there. Yeah, it's always appreciated. I'm not obviously expecting anyone to religiously come and watch, and I know a lot of people do turn up and all the time, and I'm very appreciative of it. Even those that turn up to watch and don't say anything at all, lurkers are very, very welcome entirely. So long as we make number go up, that's the thing. That's the thing. Make number go up, and as number go up, then the YouTube and the Twitch, oh great algorithms, then go, hey, that number is going up, so we will add more people to number to go up, because clearly that is where people want to be, and I want people to be here, because I like it here, and I hope you all like it here too. How many was that? I did not count. That was foolish of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We do not need you or you. Thank you for your services. I need another bajillion pipes, I think. How many did I grab? 200. We might be alright. This is a convoluted mess in here. I do wish I could get the blueprint mod working. It would make this so much easier. But as I said, I tried it on stream. I could copy stuff, I could move it around. It just wouldn't let me paste it. It said it was all valid and I had the stuff for it, but I clicked the button and nothing happens. So, yeah, just really not sure. Really, really not sure on it. So, hold on. We'll just do it this way. We'll just go backwards and forwards, placing single items at a time. Quite easy once you get into the rhythm of it. He says, knowing full well he'll probably mess it up at some point and miss a pipe. Should we store our paint in a giant pot? Should we make a large tank for the paint for the paint? Right. Got me with another screenshot. Doesn't work. The saves are there, but they're all blank. No. But it is. There might be a version number difference or something. But it's a step. It's a step in the right direction. Oh, God dang it. Get out of my way. And you. Oh. Ow. That here are people that like it here as a bold concussion. we haven't concussed anybody to be here. They're all here of their own free will. We didn't go around the street and bonk them all. I'm sure of it. I assume you mean that's a conclusion. Which it is a bold conclusion because you know it's an educated conclusion because I have not forced anybody to be here. Everybody can be here of their own free will, and if they don't want to be here, then there are I would probably say close to 1 million people probably streaming on Twitch and 100,000 streaming on YouTube easily. But there's plenty of choice. I would hope you'd like to stay here and enjoy me making everything perfectly first time without any mistakes ever, because that never happens. We do not make any mistakes here ever. Everything is perfect first time. Because that's who I am, a professional streamer who gets everything right first time, never any scuff, never anything not connected, and you know, not working. I have a plan for every single stream that I completely stick to, and I also never ever tell a lie in my entire life. And you all believe me, right? You all believe me. Squirrel! You all absolutely believe me. Squirrel! Where are the squirrels? Oh, I messed this up. Oh. No, this is okay. Actually, this is okay. This is all right. So, yeah, run this pipe in. go up, and then we go into the intersection mode, and yeah. Oh, I ran out of pipes. Yay. Yeah, and I'm cool. You are cool. Yes, you are absolutely cool. Unless you're talking about actual heat right now, which is probably not true because it's very warm. Current take message, there were 197,000 live stream hours watched. And 158,000 playtest for there. Yeah, I don't mean I messed it up. I think what I mean is that I incorrectly, the ordering of placement was incorrect. That's what I mean, because we never mess anything up here. It's perfect every time. There are different levels of perfection. So now if I copy that pipe, we run that all the way along. Boop. Boop. And then we take this pipe and run this all the way along. Everything should, in theory, spring to life. Beautiful autumn scents filling the atmosphere. Yeah, fantastic. Riven, thank you very much for the follow in Twitch land. Twitch. The leg is exactly where that is there. It would be, wouldn't it? Oh. Well, I guess we're going to shorten that one down there. No, we can't shorten it at all because there is a thing there. There's a thing there. Okay, so we're going to do this. Boop. Boop. And then we'll get rid of this one. Yeah, you can follow on both. And then you can choose your viewing platform of choice. In fact, this should be thinner this side, but we're going to leave it. I might make this one bigger here. Yep, perfect on the first try. Was there any doubt? There we go. Now it looks beautiful. Okay, so I'm also going to build a big tank. We need a big tonk. Xenoferrite, steel, and advanced machine parts. Steel. I need the steel. Steel is... Where is steel? Steel's down here, isn't it? Steel. Oof. Ow. I have no active research. Oh. And xenoferrite plates are here. Bum 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 bum. Hey, Everything I've blown up, I have blown up for the greater good. Oh. No, I need that back. Give me that back. I want to put in a tank. There. The rubber! The rubber! We're going to move the rubber line. Okay, move to the second best looking blocks for a video game. 7 Days to Die, maybe that's all. 7 Days to Die is an alright looking game. I just Newman, thank you very much for the follow. Over on Twitch, where was? I assume you're the same Dean Newman from YouTube. I'm just trying to go up and remember, make sure I got the name correct. Do. Yeah, my issue with 7 Days to Die is that they just the skill book change. The skill book change was the big thing. They made the game more complicated because you had to go out in the world and find skill books, but the skill books are completely random that you find. So there's no way you can actually like build a character. It's like it doesn't exactly work that way. So yeah, they may have changed that since I last played. I haven't played in a very long time. Must admit, I haven't played in an extremely long time. Turn the lights on. Okay, there we go. Oh well, thank you very, very much for the follow. Make a number go up. 381 followers. Hey. Let's have a Minecraft. Yeah, it was. I enjoyed a lot of the base building in 7 Days to Die, and I didn't mind a bit of the hunting around. But it was you could go out and you could like spend a whole day playing the game and not find the recipe for the furnace from anywhere. Because you needed the book to make, not the furnace, whatever. You needed the book to make the thing, but you couldn't find the book because it was completely random of finding it. It was like, And then I know they changed it so that POIs you can now redo with missions, so it makes it a lot easier to find them. But I'd given up on that since then. I am. Yeah, I think 7 Days to Die for me had run its course. I want not a pipeline pipe, I want a pipeline to pipe and a pipe, want both of those. Electronic components and xenoferrite. Wherever we find electronic components, oh no. One of those. This needs moving as well. I forgot about that. That needs doing. modern graphics POIs and put them in 14.7. I don't know which one is which, but I played it a lot, played it an awful lot, and did enjoy the game. As I said, those changes were just like, oh great, now I've got to, now you have made it so that I have to play your game like twice as long as I did before, and yeah, it was already pretty grindy beforehand. Yeah, they learn by doing. Yeah, that was that. As you did things, you gain the skill points, then you spend the skill points, and yeah, that was so much better. The book system I just hated, just absolutely hated it. I was much more interested in building a base, getting the resources, doing the things, and then defending against the zombie hordes. I didn't want to go out fighting zombies. That wasn't. I didn't want to do that at all, but. Why did you still say you are not bad? Because you are a high voltage pump. And we want you to be, we already had 3 of those, oops, a low voltage pump. There we go. Okay. Then we want to do this here. Oop. I said people would spend all night on their first night. Yeah, but that's the thing. That's how I wanted to play the game. I didn't want to go out hunting zombies and doing the missions and bits and pieces. I wanted to build a zombie-proof base. Which was never zombie-proof. And then I wanted to, when I did go out in the world, I was only going out to find the crops and things so that I could then build said base and make it self-sufficient. And basically I wanted to rebuild my base in the zombie apocalypse, not particularly go out hunting zombies to kill them. But if you played in multiplayer, you could always, you know, I'd go back and build the base and other people would go out and hunt the zombies and things. I reckon this pipe is going to be too long. I don't have enough pipe to do it. Jeez. Yeah, there was a few weird things with the game as well. With the whole, like, one of the original developer, the original guy who came up with the idea of the game, got booted from the team, and then they went off in some random direction to do things. And then he managed to get the company back from them, or something along those lines, and then he chose to go in his direction and was ignoring what the players were actually saying, just going, no, this is my vision, I'm doing this, and it was ignoring the players and be like, well, then your game's not going to go anywhere because no one's going to play it. And then they made a few changes which were nice for it, and then randomly announced that they were releasing 1.0. And yeah, I was like, hang on a minute, is this game actually ready? But I haven't touched it for a very long time, so I don't know what state it's in right now. It might be brilliant right now. I have absolutely no idea. Oh, does that make the pipe? It does make the pipe. Of course it does. Of course it does. Oh, that's 13 tiles too long. Oh. Really? Really? The story of the fun pins. One of 7 days to occur. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Flying ants in here. What's going on? Alright, so what I'm going to do is let's run you around the corner here. We'll run you around the corner here. Other one dungeons and pier. Oh, okay. And then we will put in a T-junction here. This. We'll put in the pipe. Here. Whoa. Shadow, hello, good evening. I hope you've had a good day today. Like that. And then we'll run the thing out there, up there, and into there. Okay, let's go and get some yeah. Cool stuff. Yeah, if I could just change the book system so you actually learn by doing. That would be good. That would be good. Yeah. It was great, and you broke your factory twice. Excellent. Excellent. And from that you will learn and become better. Right, so what am I doing here? I cannot put this in evenly, so we're just going to do this. It didn't stop and that it's fracking, and you don't have fracking set up. Okay, now go. Oh. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Maybe that'll help. Actually put the pipe in the correct place. Now go. Come to life. Come to life. Live. Live. Oh. Oh. Ah. I'm angry at myself because I've just realised something. This isn't going to work. 800 times 20 times 40 is more than 3600. It's more than this pipe can deal with. I need 2 big pumps. I need 2 big pumps. Pipe to pipeline. That is okay, because we can do that. We have the technology. We put 1 there. We put 1 there. We put a T-junction here, and now I don't want to do that. I want to move this away from the edge of that because the ladder messes things up. So we are going to do this instead. Boop. Boop. Yeah, perfect first time on the second or third attempt. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody noticed. It's fine. There we go. Cool. And then we come here, wherever the center is here, there. A 1, a 2, a 3. We need a T-junction, which has to face down. There. Do this. Boom. Oh, yep, and I suppose what also helps is connecting up the pipes. Usually helps. That one there, and that one there, and then we can remove that one and that one, and then once again, live, my pretties, live. Let me double check that's going to work. Hold on. 800 times 20 is 1600. Times that by 2 would be 3200, and the pipe can deal with 3600. No, it would have worked on one pipe. It would have worked on one pipe, but we have 2 pipes now. Oh well. That's fine. That's fine. It would have worked on one pipe. How much paint do we actually need? Here. We need 32,000 paint. So I need to bring yeah. The math is mathing, but I thought both of them added together was more than 36,000, but it's not. It's 32,000 because otherwise we'd have to run 2 lines of paint out and over to there. Oh, running the paint over to there is also going to be more. Where do we run the paint line? You're going to come out of here. You can come up here somewhere. We can squeeze you in above there. Zoop. And then I don't have a clue where you're going to go. Might as well put you on top of this one that's already stupid high. Although we could actually come in and go on top of the this one. So we still have a gap above that we can get through. I think that would make more sense. So we're going to run a pipe. Not here. I want it to be there, so we can still get through. It's not quite doing that, so it's going to need power. Mind you, I can get a high voltage power there, so it might be okay for making it round. Oof. Oof. Where is this? Here, isn't it? So, boop, and then turn the corner here. Then you will come along here. And you will miss the power cable that currently doesn't require, that currently has a hitbox, but hopefully in the very near future will not have a hitbox. This wants to be a pipe line to pipe. Must be low voltage as well. So, whoop. And hopefully, providing everything goes well, for which I have no reason to believe it will not go well, we can connect this pipe to the other end. so realistic that I hate to break this to you, but you know, cables can lay on top of things and go around things. They don't block buildings. Yeah, if they want to make the cables realistic, they just need to have them. They don't go down, that's just fine. But if I put a building underneath it, the cable just gets propped up. It would be realistic. I would be very happy. Everything would be awesome. You know, it'd be great. It'd be fantastic. But no, they're not going for realism. They are, however, hopefully removing the hitboxes from them, which was in one of the Foundry 5D things. So, yay. Okay, so you come along here. Oh, you come along here. You're going to turn red soon, I think. You come along to there. In the corner. Zoom. Are we on top of? We are on top of the belt. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Run out of pipes again. God. Oh wow. Oh. No, you cannot be here. No. You cannot be here. You need to be moved backwards by many tiles. You need to go backwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. So that many, and we'll pick you up as well. Don't know if I want to actually fill in the floor underneath this thing, but we'll do that later if we do. And then you want to line up. That's better. That's better. There we go. Now that can go on there. I need to run a pipe down and into here and into the other side as well. Oh yeah. 6,000 per minute. We'll not go along one belt. 6,000 per minute. 6,000 per minute. We're not doing 6,000 per minute. We're doing 60 per minute. Or do you mean this one? I might need to feed 2. This one might need to feed 1, and this one might need to feed 1. Yeah. I do wonder if that would go there, and if you one in there, one in there. I don't think it will. I think it'd be 1 tile out. I think I need to add 1 tile space in between the 2 of these. We will put that at the end. Yeah. Why am I running a pipe and not a pipeline? Because the pipeline's much bigger and is a bit more awkward to move around. I could do a pipeline. That would work, but then we'd have to put pumps in here at every point to output. Yeah. You're doing 6,000 a minute. Good luck. I'm doing 60 a minute and I'm struggling. Good luck. I don't even. Should we do a pipeline here instead? Would that make more sense? And then just put pumps like here on the end, and it goes in and feeds to that one and feeds to that one. Because we're going to have to run this power line down as well anyway. Oh, I need to fill in the ground down there, but I don't have any dirt on me. So we can't do that for the moment. Only 32,000 anyway, so a pipe will work just fine for this. A pipe will be fine for it, so... oh. We're going to go along there anyway, because you have places to go. And then we're going to come in, I'm going to say here. Right, okay. And then we break that. We put in a T-junction here. Okay. I do want to run a power line down, but I don't know how far we can go with the power line. Find out before it says no. Distance is too far. So there. Oh no, missed it. One more. Right, okay, there. It's fine. You're going to come along, and I don't have any more large power pole in my inventories. Well, I can make 5 of them, so let's do that. Okay. You will come along, and not there. I'm going to bring you back to there so that you could run a pump here. So we want a high voltage pump. I don't think I'm ever going to understand the idea of having the pump's center of mass not be the pipeline connection. It's just so weird. Then you can connect to there, and there you go. Boom. But we need another pump along here. How long is this? Only almost twice as long as it needs to be. So we can do. Let's put one here. Okay, and this is 290, and this one is 219, which means it's going to run out fairly soon. So it's going to want another pump. I might just put one here now. Do that. Okay, and then you're 86, and you should be able to go for every one of my things. So there's one there. We're going to put. I wasn't going to put one that side because that's where the bot's going to be. So we're going to have another one there does mean there is a great big mountain in the way. Which does make things a little more awkward to deal with. However, I see bots. I see bots. I don't know how much these can transport in one go. I see painted bots. Look, we have painted bots. Are we orange? Are we orange? Yes, we're orange as well. Yay! Dance the night away. So what I need to do is configure this guy. What are these bots? Are these farming bots? I think these are farming bots, aren't they? Oh, excuse me. I'm stuck. Farming. These are farming bots. That is so weird. That is down. As I step into it, it falls down. It's weird. So we need to configure you, my friend. Transport from the factory up. You're going to do farmer bots. I'm going to set this to 100. I'm going to turn off those two cargo ships. And I'm going to say confirm. In they go. Oh, that does not look very quick. There may be a rejig of this system. How many tiles is the center of this and the center of that apart? So including them is 16. What about these guys? So if we go from there to there, it's 15. Oh, that's horrible. That is not nice, game. That is not. If I did one line here and one line here, I couldn't have put both of them into that one and that one because it'd be one tile out. That is not very nice, game. That is not very nice at all. And you can't just shift it over by one tile either. I'm very clearly seeing that this is not producing enough that we need. I don't know how much one does. Assembly bots. 64 is 2, so that means that they do 32. So that means a single line can only support 32 bots. So I'm going to have to split these into 2 different lines. But I don't think I can. I'm not sure. We will find out in just a moment. Line this out like this. I grab, put it there. Oh, I need to dig out one more tile. Okay. C33 is happy because I built an assembly line. Yay! I like making C3 happy. No, stop. And I'll have to stop you as well. Right. So yeah, so we need to do individual ones. But as I said, this is so from here to here is 16 tiles, and from there to there is 15 tiles. If it was 16 or if it was 17 tiles, great, it would work beautifully. 17 tiles would work fantastic, because then, you know, you could just put an extra split in between these two and it'd be fine. But it doesn't work that way. So if I did that, yeah, and measured from there to the center there is 16, and there to the center there 15. That is, I hate that more than I think I should, but I really do dislike that they don't line up at all. And you can't even take one of these walkways and have them just shift a little bit. You can only do 90-degree corners, so there is no slight angle on them. So you couldn't have that output and that output go into a single ship here. It'd be one tile out. That absolutely sucks. So the only way you could do it would be to space them further apart and have them both turn in to here and here. Yeah, that's, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So, like, you'd have to do that, and then the output there, and then that and the output there, and then figure out the spacing between the two, which I might do for the future ones, and then have the ships on the end. So yeah, it kind of sucks. No, not that one. I want that one. Oop, yeah. You can, as I could do, but I can't shift it over by one tile though. Can I? I can't. You'd need to take this one and have it end up there. There's no way I can have that go over by one single tile. This ship design thing, if they'd put a tile there and a tile there to move that out by one and that out by one, it wouldn't allow this. You'd have to put one tile in between them, but it would let you do it. As it is, that's the closest I can get them together, and it's not close enough to line up to a ship. So that sucks, but that is the way it is. So we have to deal with it as it is. Oh wow. Oh, I need more rails. How do we make more rails? I can make two. I need xenoferrite plates. No, because if I did a corner like that and then did a corner the other way like that, it has to move that many tiles. So this centerpiece moves over by 8 tiles, and that's the only cornering I can do. I could put that on the end and then do that one in the center one. That would work. That would be doable. We just move this over by one more, and that would work. But it feels it's not done on purpose, but it definitely feels like it's whoever modified the landing pad didn't actually look at how it's got 3 inputs for stuff, and it doesn't they're spaced out enough for the walkways, so that's what they based it off of, but the walkways are narrower, much narrower than these are, so but it's okay. It's okay. So we want that one there. Oop, like that. Yeah, but that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to put this on the end facing that way, and then like line it up to this one, and then have this one come in, go along, and plug into the center one. So you use the outside and the center one, not the third one there. I was hoping that the 2 outside ones were spaced correctly enough to have this line and this line plug into them. So yeah, but it doesn't do that. So we have to do either corners or other bits, pieces, or other things, and yeah. Oh, my neck. But I said, if that was bigger and that was bigger, but that entrance was 1 tile that way and that was 1 tile that way, then you could do this. You'd have a gap in between these ones, and then that, and it would line up better, and it would be able to look neater. That's the thing. I should know better. This game doesn't care about neatness because of the weird PowerPoint thing. But anyway, let us turn you on. Let us turn you on. Doop. Doop. And there we go. There we go. So we should now be selling personal robots. Farmer robots. Oop. Yeah. Oh wow. Doop. 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 Oof. No, it's not an army. They're far too human looking. My bots would all be hedgehog looking. They come rolling in. And everyone would be staring at them going, what the hell are they? And then they just stand up and shoot their spines everywhere. Farmer robot, yay! Yay! How's our combat drone doing? Did I miss it? Yeah. You're level 18. Excuse me. I'm going to upgrade the lab a bit. Let's spend some of our money, shall we? Let's upgrade our lab to be 2.5 XP per go. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. And let's take out these guys because they're already high level. And let's put in our farmer bot. And who else is the lowest level? We've got vacuum bot, maintenance drone. So that's maintenance drone should be in there because that's the longest building one. It's 21. Combat drone, yeah, so that's what we should do for the moment. Cool. Okay, right, now what I need to do, unfortunately, is there's no list of all your The only place I can find the list of all your delivery routes are here. These are all the delivery routes. Very much of the whole. Yeah. You're on Market Express. What are we buying from the market? Oh no, we're selling cement. Fish and chip burgers. Oh, nice. Ooh. We're trying to make. We've got plenty of those. That's fine. So yeah, but yeah. This is the only the shipyard is the only place I can see to find out your supply routes. Which is a lot of, because I need to go around and I need to make sure that all of them have. Is this? We did do. Okay, so everyone is ticked. Everything is dragged out and everything is working fine. Okay. Okay. So that means we're going to start taking over this guy because you want farmer bots somewhere, don't you? I guess. Miner bots. Farm bots are there. Cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, Shadow. Have a good one. But you haven't backed up. Oh, hello. What's going on here? What's going on here? Uh-oh. 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 What? Oh, we want 13 megawatts and yeah. That actually makes sense. That actually does make a little bit of sense. I need a large transformer. No power for you. No. There we go, and then you're good, aren't you? Yeah. There you go. 13. Cool. I need to go around and find out what some of these things are. Cargo. What's? Hang on. Cargo ship? Cargo shuttle pad liquids. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to have loads of them, aren't we? The cargo shuttle pad liquids. Yeah. Because that would be... No, wait, hold on. Hold on, where? What? What? Hang on. Hang on a moment. Where? Where's that one? Oh, no, I know what those are. I know what those are. They are the, the landing port for the fracking towers. Yeah, they're the landing port for each of the, so there's one here, one here, one here. So, yeah. Okay, okay. So, you're still all going fine, aren't you? Yeah. Hopefully you are starting to back up again. I don't know why you're backing up. That's weird. You shouldn't be backing up. You should be running balanced. Yeah. Okay, have a good night, Dean. Have a good one. And thank you for the Twitch follow. Hope you have a good evening. There we go. That's gonna send those off. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pew. 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 Seems really bizarre. It's got two arms, but I can't do legs. Both of them. I can't just grab the legs. Oh. Ow. Right. Ah, now we've got to do it again. Oh God. But before we do it all again, I am going to eat some more of my cheesecake because and I haven't even touched my coffee. Almost 2 hours in the stream, haven't even touched my coffee. How much storage do we have for 170 million? Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, we are a Glaxy Foundry. We are done. Nice. We have reached the top, and our prestige rank is 0. We haven't gone up in rank. We need to earn your company rank is based on the company's lifetime earnings. That's in the wrong place. That sentence right there should be in this box. Because prestige, your prestige rank is here, isn't it? Two 6975927. Two 6975927. Is this just? Is this? It is broken. Make some lighter so we can carry more in one go. Okay. Let's wait for another day to go by. This has gone up. Or it's gone down. What was that before? Damn it. Nine 969797. Okay, so this is going up. So do I prestige every time I earn 50 million? Is that a thing? Or this is I thought this was right, so this must be a company rank. So this must go up in the company rank, which is why that's in the right place. And then it must be that you prestige. So yeah. Okay. Did not know that. Oop, make production fit. I don't actually understand this. produce extra products with the spending more input materials for assembly lines production. This production improves the crafting efficiency of the items required for the assembly. Right, so that increases. Oh, what have I done? That's well done. There you go. These. So that one thing increases all of these. So yeah, there you go. We've got a little blue line that fills up slowly. So we're going to produce even more of them. However, there is no point in producing any more of them because we don't have enough machines to do that. So the prestige system's pointless for these ones. The production efficiency is pointless because I built it to the speed of these two. Unless we put a third line in. Does that include paint? Does it include paint? I would be a very happy hedgehog if it includes paint. Also got to remember that there is an auto ROM. That one. It does not. Boo. Boo, I say. Boo. So even if I did put a third line in for the bonus production items so that we can make more of these, we wouldn't ever be able to use them because we wouldn't have enough paint. That paint is by far the most ridiculous thing I think there possibly is. 3,200 3,200 litres of paint a minute. That is 32 bots that come through. That is 100 litres of paint per robot. 100 litres of paint on that one robot. 100 ears, spray. 100 ears, spray. 100 ears. How is that possible? These numbers are broken. They're the same as the fracking numbers, aren't they? They're like 10 times wrong. They're an order of magnitude out. This should be 320, which means it'd be 10 litres of paint per robot, which is still a lot, but yeah, it's special paint. That's fine. And the fracking towers are also the same. They're like 10 times larger than they need to be. Realism. 100 litres. Squirt. Wow. No, I'm not one of you. Don't take me. Ow. Yeah. What is money for? Buying things from the galactic market. It gives you your lifetime company profits are here. So the you go up in rank, and the ranks are just numbers. They're not. They're for showing off basically. But the actual money you want to do is if you want to buy things from the galactic market. So you may want to go, well, I want to buy stuff from the galactic market, and we want to buy Fluxite, for instance, and we want to buy that many of them. It's going to cost us, I don't know how many, but yeah, you could buy things from the galactic market and ship stuff in, not just sell stuff. You can also use it for upgrades and things as well. Many upgrades are available for things. What I should do is I should research everything in this market here just to use up some money. But I don't know whether that affects our because this is weekly earnings. So if we start spending, we won't get enough in. But I think this is based on market dominance, isn't it? Not weekly earnings and stuff. And lifetime earnings, we've done 100. They've earned 2 billion. Are we still at the bottom for the lowest? Yeah. We need to earn 2 billion and we're only on 150 million. Weekly earnings, we need to get to 50 million a week. We're only earning 10 million a week right now. But our market dominance is going up. We will beat Keel and Compass at some point. But I kind of want to spend some money just to get it done. Oh, Super Alloy have actually got an icon now. They didn't have an icon a while ago, so let's enqueue these. These are expensive, but there we go. Just do that. Use up all our money. That's about 2 million's worth of credits. Of the 121 million we've got, I'm really not fussed about it. Right. Okay. Okay, so I'm very disappointed that the production bonus for Farmer Bots does not include paint. It really should. It really, really should. I might just do production quality for these then and not bother with any efficiency for them, because we've already built them to order. The other ones are fine if we build too many of them because they just ship more out, whereas this can't do it. This is limited by the speed of the assemblers, so any production bonus I get on these machines here is completely wasted because they can only run at 8 machines a minute speed. We need a third production line, but to get a third production line we need more paint. We need more paint, and that's already been a pain for us. We've already tipped the oil. We're over the top of our oil usage at the moment as well. So yeah, which sucks. Okay. I'm absolutely putting off this because this is way bigger than I expected it to be. Way bigger than I expected it to be. I wanted to run it that way. That was the original plan. So they wouldn't start here and go that way. They'd start here and go that way. We'd have one line this side and one line that side. All of these machines in the middle and between them feeding into where we wanted to go. That didn't work because space wouldn't work because we couldn't get enough belts down. We'd need, how many belts do we need? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 belts, which isn't actually too bad, to be honest with you. I could have probably turned this that way and done that. But this way I have the option to put a third line on if I wanted to. I don't want to, but I could. Right, okay. That's where the other bots were going to go, the like the Navy bot things. Which would mean we'd have to figure out another thing for those, because the Navy bots, the Hydro bot things, because they want the Nautilus shell, which is here and requires super alloy and high-tech machine parts, of which we do not have anywhere. High-tech machine parts are super alloy, rubber, and low-density oleumite, which again is an oil thing. They're throwing even more oil usage on us. That sucks. So where can we start the next production line? Here, I do have a quick way of getting the mountain down because I do have the terrain deforming mod installed. which I've been using on the single player game, but I don't really want to use it here. If it's just for speeding up the single player videos, the video stream. So there, if I move this over to there, can I'll shut you down. You'll stop accepting, won't you? Yeah. I'm going to do the other way. I'm going to shut these down instead. Right, there we go. So I'll move you over so that if I do ever want to run a third one, we have the space for it. We are prepared for it. And then what I want to do is I want to make one of those, which means I need to get concrete, some emergency beacons and things. Okay, you go off. I don't think I can pick up the robots as a whole. Oh no, I can. I can pick the robots up as a whole. Okay. I thought you picked them up if you grabbed them off the bus before they're done. You pick up the components. Like you get an arm, a leg, a robot thing, but I suppose the full robots are a thing. So can I pick them up? I can. They only stack in stacks of 5. Okay. Hopefully I can put it in without that what's it been in the way? Can we get rid of that? Give me the snow. No, we don't have enough. Right, doop. Then I configure the shipping pad, transport from the factory to the station, farmer bots, configure, turn off those, do 100 at a time, manage the inventory. There you go. And then we turn on this guy and we turn on this guy and away we go. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is actually going to mine this out here. We'll put in flooring. So, oh, there we go. Okay. And I could have run this pipe along and actually lined it up with these here, but yeah, future reference is fine. Okay, and then I'm going to try and put in the floor underneath here. Okay, so now we have a mountain to clear out the way, and I could use the lasers to do it. I I could use, as I said, I have the mod that lets me do that and pick up dirt via the deletion tool. Don't want to pick up a whole mountain and do that. That would be awkward. How about a compromise? How about we shoot it with a laser, get it down to a 1-2, and then I use the terrain tool mod to clear it up. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's also come down here and doop, doop. Spend all of my monies. So do production farm quality, and then you can do that one. Oh, so other people got it here. Science robot. That one. You made it. You did. Awesome. You're just in time for laser. For the power of lasers. Go, laser! I will show the terrain in a minute. Hold on. Let me cool my laser, fire the laser all the way off again. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah. So I have the right. Let me see exactly what it's called again. Let me just double check. Workshop. Subscribed items. Subscribed items. It is called the Bulk Demolish Terrain mod. And what it can do is when you bring up your bulk demolish, you can press a button which is this one, and I don't see it. See, it says at the bottom there, it says that text at the top, it says terrain mode. You can destroy terrain, you can ignore terrain, which is the default. You can collect terrain, ignore buildings, so it will just move buildings. It will destroy terrain, ignore buildings. It will remove liquid, so we can now remove liquid. Or you would collect terrain. On collect terrain, if you just literally come up to the terrain, click and drag out as you would do normally, boom, it will remove all the dirt that was there. Let me do a bigger patch so you can actually see it in proper motion. Bloop, moves all the dirt, and you collect it in your inventory. Works on trees, works on everything. It's a fantastic mod that lets you remove things very quickly. You can literally just drag out a 38 by 38 by 38 cube, have it on destroy mode, and it will just destroy all the terrain inside it. Gone completely. So and I have been using it in the single player, in the videos that I do. I say single player, in the videos that I've been making, because it's very, very slow progress doing that, and I have a limited time to do things, so yeah. But I think a good compromise here is that we will use the laser to clear out some stuff like this, and then I'll come in with that bulk terrain mod, and we'll clean it up when we're done with it. The laser's going to have a hard time destroying this whole mountain anyway. Yeah, the laser's going to have a hard time clearing this all out anyway, so yeah. It is really good. Really good mod. Extremely cheaty, because you can, from the very start of the game, you can do things. But they are bringing stuff into the game that lets you modify things anyway, so well, not modify things, but they are bringing it into the game to change the terrain, the way terrain works. So I could literally, let's not delete the power line. Do that. Click this. Drag this out to, here somewhere. Drag it up to the floor, and then suddenly, nope. There you go. Job done. Here's out. Nice and flat, nice and square. It's nice. It is absolutely cheating. Absolutely cheating. I'm not even going to split hairs about that. I feel it is cheating, but when you're at this stage of the game, it's just dull and slow to mine stuff out by hand. So yeah, the laser's fun, don't get me wrong. The laser's a lot of fun, but when I got to move the mountain, I need to step forward a bit, because otherwise I'm going to shoot the spaceship that I'm sat on top of. So yeah, so with the laser we can dig back this far, and that's it in one go, and that's the most powerful laser you can upgrade. So it's going to take a while to remove this mountain. Laser, why are you just digging a big hole? What the hell? What the hell? I want you to carve the mountain up, not just dig a big hole into the ground. It also means I can collect all this stuff a lot quicker and then fill in the holes. Yes, the laser is fun to play with. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Mum. Yep. The laser's digging way deeper in the ground than I wanted to. Doop, doop, doop. Doop. No one will ever know there was a hole there. Seriously, come on, would you place that? Thank you. I also like that you can do this with it. You can select slightly higher than the other things and just remove all the trees in one go. Doop. Doop. We don't have enough dirt anymore. Huh. Well, that's okay. We can get some more dirt because what we'll do is actually what we'll do is we'll run this guy along as far as he can go. To there. And then we're going to run him there somewhere. So I'll connect you to there for the moment, which means I can remove this power line and leave that one alone because that runs that one up there. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Oh. Very good at filling your inventory as well. Well, as I said, you can change it to destroy items, destroy the floor instead of pick it up. I'm just picking up because I want to fill in underneath here to make everything a bit more level. Boop. Oh yeah, right, let's get rid of the biomass. And there'll be loads of stone as well, which I suppose I could just throw in somewhere. Like on a lower level. Do. Yeah. Put that in with dirt. That's fine. That's fine. Come down here, copy the snow. Where were we with the snow? It was here. Bloop. Bloop. There we go. Much better. Much better. Bloop. The false DMCA takedowns of popular mods. Popular mods? Never heard of it doing mods. Right. Okay. I suppose what we'll do instead now is this, and just we'll just remove the mountain now. So we want to go out to Right, block mode. Let's go. Destroy terrain, ignore buildings. So start there. Loop. Loop. Is it here? Yeah, I think here's. So here's where the bus is going to run in. Yeah, so that's where I need to level it out to. And then I don't know how far I need to go. Ah. Well, I don't... Yeah, I suppose there are the purists there that are very much the whole, you know, want the game to play the default way, which yeah, I get, but also don't get at the same time, because when you've played the game enough, modding it is probably the best way to make it survive. So I don't quite know why people would want to just attack mods in games, but probably the same reason I keep getting random copyright hits for well, not copyright hits, but I keep getting random the music that I used to, that I still do use sometimes, the Purple Cat stuff. It is on YouTube, it is royalty free, and it says so on the stream, don't think it's all royalty free, you can use it completely royalty free. And Lo-Fi Girl keeps putting in claims against my videos because I use Purple Cat's music, and I have to dispute them, and it takes less than an hour when I dispute it for it to be freed. So what's the point? What's the point of putting in the copyright thing on video, on old videos too, not even new ones, old videos from Lo-Fi Girl, who does copyright free music on their channel. The stuff that you listen to is mostly copyright free, royalty free music, just playing on a stream in the background, and then they're the ones that are striking people. It's not copyright strike, it's not the DMCA copyright thing, it's just the whole, we want to share the revenue. It's like, but you don't own the tracks. You don't own the tracks. You replay them on live stream, a 24-hour live stream, and you don't own them, and then you're trying to claim me? What? Hey? Very confusing. Very, very confusing. Right. Okay. Question. Do I put that way? Do I put that behind here? I can't put a third line in. I've just realized I can't put a third line in because of this. I can't get rid of this. Can this get rid of... Nope. Okay, so it can't get rid of Olimite. So I couldn't put a third line in here anyway because the Olimite's in the way. Nope, it's not a liquid apparently. It can't be mined. I know there is a there was another mod I saw. I don't know if it's updated, but when these deplete, instead of them just they disappear, it literally removes the whole thing and leaves like a big hole in the ground. I don't know if that mod's been updated or not though. So I was thinking about taking this and maybe putting it around the back, leaving space for a third line, and then have all three come out, go along and plug in, do a loop to there. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. It's fine. It's fine. So we need to build this again. Every one of these that we make is a carbon copy of what the previous one is. So if we go to assembly bots, that's the new bots. Stick on Doctor. Yeah, I want to run a third line, a third assembly farm behind it. So I'd have to, because the production bonuses for these buildings are wasted, absolutely wasted. Because they're producing more items, but the assemblers can only run at a certain speed, and we're not selling enough anyway, but it's not the point. So the production bonuses in these are utterly wasted because you can't speed up the actual production lines themselves, which is a shame. I feel like the production bonus should make this just travel faster, but oh well. Yeah, if we put a third line down here, which I could do, so I could just raise it up by one tile and it would still work. We didn't have to just split this into a third line. I mean, the other thing as well, this doesn't have to be flat like this. It could be multi-floored. There's no reason why we couldn't make them multi-floored. Which is the thing I want to do in the YouTube videos. I want to do a production line that this is on the ground floor, those two are on the first floor, they're on the second, third, fourth, fifth, and painting's on the last floor. So the building will be 6 floors tall, and obviously the ground floor makes the heads, and then the next floor makes the arms and legs, and then the heads, and then yeah. I don't think that would necessarily work. Well, it could work here, but what if we do this one slightly differently? Give me another one of these. We need concrete, emergency beacons, needs infrared plates for that. Right, give me advanced machine parts here. Electronic components are here. And then concrete is here. The rails can go up at 45-degree angles. I think it's 45 degrees. Might be. Hold on. Nope, they go up at, what is this, 22.5, whatever it is. Yeah. So you can have the rails go up. So yeah, slope down and slope up. So you can do that. You can go up and down and. What I want to do is I want to put in you just here somewhere. Go down. So if we were to line up, oh, let's do it for you. Many of these, damn it. Make me some more. You. Then you. Want trains? I want trains as well. I want trains as well. Many people don't want trains. They don't see the point of trains. Trains kind of are pointless with the way the space station works now, but I'm hoping they nerf the ships going to the station and back down again, because that is just so broken. Can I make... I'll make the two painters, because we need painters anyway. So, if we put a painter in there, a painter in there, it can't, yeah, it literally cannot line up. I was wondering whether it could share the central placement, but no, it literally cannot line up. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. In that case, what if we let me put that one in there, and then we did a right angle like that, then a left angle like that, and then we put in the paint guy here. That would definitely not leave enough space to put a paint guy in the center. No, it is. It really is. I'd have to go out by one more. But it really is like the whole structure has just been built 2 tiles too small. If they would have literally spread out those 2 on the ends with all the way the other pieces fit together, so had an extra tile in between here, so that was moved over by 1 tile, and this one was moved over by 1 tile with an extra one in there, one there. You'd be able to get 3 in a row with that coming out like that. It would line up, but you can't. So what you got to do is do that. Let me. Is that right? I don't even know whether that one's facing the right direction. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter if it's facing the right direction or not. So that can go there. There'd then be one in the middle, which would line up with the middle one. And then there'd be one on the end here, because this would follow the same rules as the other side. we'd get a right angle like that, left angle like this. Nope, no wouldn't, no wouldn't, no wouldn't. We'd get a single piece there, and then we get a left angle there, and then we get another painter which we got on the end there. But then this painter could never get fed any fuel or anything, or any paint, because it just can't be. You can't feed it. You can't get in here to feed it. So that wouldn't work. So triple loaded wouldn't work because they can't share belts. If you had one in, one out, it'd be fine, but you can't do that. So okay, so you can't run 3 off of a single unless you space them out even further and do other things with them. So in that case, we will ignore the outside one. We'll build it to the same, having 2 lines, and we just won't do any production efficiency. So we've got 1 set of production efficiency on the farmer bots, kind of wasted, but that's okay. All the other ones we'll just put money on. So I could do a 3rd lane. I'd have to leave a gap in between there and a gap in between there, which would then involve making it wider out here and wider out there. And it's a lot. It's a lot. So instead, let's do that and that, that. We'll put in the painter. This will be the end of the run, so there, and that one there. That's the best I can really do. And then there's a big gap down the center. I could come in and use the center one, or I could have one straight and one curved in, and I don't even know what. Could also build a very convoluted system where I have a 3rd painter, but it's offset down here, and then you run spacers so you can get to the ends of each and everything and stuff. So you could run a 3rd line off of it instead of them being tied together like this. There'd be a space in between them. Yeah, it's just a shame that they're both inputs and you can't configure them to be one output. But if I do it this way, then what I could do is I could have all the stuff being made there, and it could go underneath to the center and distribute out. Not that it needs to, but I don't like this. I don't like this. It's not clean. It's not clean. That's the problem. Hydraulic pistons, and don't need them anyway. And lunges in the ferro plates. I'll put that in there because that won't fit. Okay. So the only way I could do this would be to have 2 there. Two there. You put the painter there. Painter there. Painter there. That's the only way to have 3 lines. That's a lot of space just for the lines, because I'm still trying to look at doing the production line. So Or we could do this. Well, I can't do this because if I put a third line in, I can't get access to it. So there's got to be a gap in between, regardless. One thing I need to remember is that these assemblers do not need to be on foundation. So they could be one up in the air, like this. We could bring everything in underneath them, and it could go up and into it. So the first one could come along and go into that side. The next one could come along, come up and go into that one. And the next one could come along, come up and go into that one. And there's 3 lines. And we just have a splitter here that feeds the first one, and then the rest, and then the splitter here feeds that one, and the rest. And yeah, so the third line doesn't ever really get used, but will do with the production bonus. And then you, well, I could put you in technically, couldn't I? Yeah. Doop. Not that would be there like that, but I'm just wanting to fill the gap in. We'll go in there like that. Okay, and then we can have the belts come in underneath them by raising them up by 1, which is fairly easy to do. Raising them up by 1 is very easy to do. Right, okay. So, right, first and foremost, how do we want to do this? Let's see what we did for the power over here. Where do we start the thing? Oh, actually quite far back. Need to be that far back. Let's get ourselves a transformer. That's where I want the power pole to be, because that's just how I spread them out. Let's put a transformer in. It won't like this because it's not on the floor. Let's put a transformer in there, which will be able to connect to. Wow, that is right on the edge of possibly madness or glory. We don't know. There we go. That could go there. That'd be sat right on the edge of that. So if we came in here and started there and went, I don't know how far I want to go. Let's do 30 by 22. That seems good. Boom. Okay. There's a hole in the ground. Oh no! Quick, cover it up before someone sees. No, no hole in the ground here. I said no hole in the ground here. Look, see? No hole. No hole. Fine. No problem. No problem. And then we can put, oh, we don't have enough right, and then we put in the ones here for the next, what's the next robot? What's the next robot? Okay, you're not connected to the grid, that's fine. What's the next robot? Need more gas? Gonna need more oil, I know that much. Oh, I don't want to reset you. What do I need? Hydroponics and xenoferrite plates. Always xenoferrite plates. If only they'd have told me at the start of the game that I need more xenoferrite plates. If only that blokey what's his name? Carl. If only Carl would have told you that the orange ore is more important than the other ore at the start of the game. He'd have been wrong. He would have been very, very wrong. Right, so I'm going to put down this guy just here anywhere because I just literally want to find out. So the next one's a combat robot. Okay, so let's ask this here. So current bot, get rid of that. Combat robot, there. We want to make 64 of them because that rounds it up to a nice 2. Okay. I'm not quite sure why you're telling me we need to mine Tluxite and stuff. Oh, because you don't know what we have on the bus, do we? No. Single bots. That's the little bots there. Paint new bots. Robots factored. Current bot. Bots assemblers. Yeah, so we want 64 of each. So it's the same deal, isn't it? Let's come down here. It's the same deal. 8, 16, 16, 8. Yep. So it's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same build over and over and over we're going to do. Get some more flooring. I can't think of a way to make it more. I can't think of a way to make it more. I was contemplating with putting a building on top of this one and building another one on top. But I don't think it's going to work here because I want to change it to this design. That will, and that definitely won't work because we can only have one ship land on top of each other. So I could put one ship here and then I can't do another ship. So American, you always need more gas and oil. I think the world just needs more gas and oil. That's the problem. We shouldn't do, but hey, why change what's already working? Hold on. You want thermalite? Oh, so each box wants different inputs, but it's the same principle of stuff. You're the only awkward one because you want the you want to make mining drills, and we're not making them. What about How? I'm thinking about doing something quite not spaghetti, but maybe. I'm thinking about rebuilding this. Not rebuilding it, but rebuilding the assembly lines into. If we did this on the end, and so we rebuilt that assembly lines to be these assembly lines, to be 3 of them at the back of this here. So we'd have to raise this building up by 1, which would be fun. Although I don't need to raise it up by 1 because these do not need flooring. They can sit on top of the oil and white. They don't care about it. It will just look weird to us. But that's okay. We don't care about that. And then have this on the end here. So it's like this. It's 3 of them like this, but on the end here. And then we do the next combat bot, the next bot above it, but offset slightly so that this spaceship pickup is here. The next one has a spaceship pickup next to it, but a floor above. And the next one has it next to it, but a floor above. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How tall can you build? How tall do we need to go? Hang on, before I answer that there. How many? So I'd want to have the ability for me to fly in between them, if possible. So I want to go at least 2 blocks like that, so that I can fly in between in the buildings. And we could put lights up here and stuff. That'd be nice. So if we did that, that's the height of it. That would be 14 tiles. 14 times 5 is 70. The ground is 133. What's 70? 35. And then another 35, right? There. Maybe 36 because of the roof. Whoa, missed it. So the building will end up being this tall. That's not that bad at all. That's not even anywhere near ship height. I think we can go up to, is it 230? Nope, 240, 250, 260, 270, and then we can't fly any higher. So we're only, we can go another 70 tiles. So yeah, this will fit easy. I like this plan. I like this plan. It would involve changing some things up though, because I'd have to move these back a bit inside here. These would have to come up by 1, but that's okay because they could even shift back a little tiny bit if we wanted to. I'm not fussed about that. 237 is the highest you can place a shipping pad. Okay, well we would be at, we wouldn't even be at 2, no actually yeah, we would. We'd be, the highest shipping pad we'd have would be at 204, 203 probably. And then we build on top of that for stuff, so yeah. And then I could actually try and build a building that has design. Oh god, I'm thinking of doing something that actually has aesthetics to it. What is happening? What is happening here? Right, what I want to do then is I want to cut off all of your supplies. You're fine as you are. I also need to be able to split these things and send them up levels, which is going to be awkward to do. Because we're going to need a What do we need? What do we exactly need? Transition to place them as high as I could. Ah, is that for speed? Because at 133 they take about a minute to land, load and go. So I can imagine at the height they'd only take about 40 seconds or something. You'd probably save some time with that. So all of this is on our bus, and this is all needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items. It's all on our bus. So yeah, all of these are required, and that's broken because that's for making the barrels, but we don't care about that. The biggest thing is we've obviously got a big green belt worth of input hydraulic pistons. Building vertically is a pain because you can't actually do the freight elevators don't let you go up to certain floors and up to the next floor and up to another floor. Yeah. It's reduced by seconds, but it builds up. Yeah. No. I completely. I did that myself before we had these ones when we were doing the cargo ships. I found it was quicker to build a floating platform in the sky and belt the stuff up to it, so the ship could fly from floating platform to floating platform, than to let it come all the way down to land and then take off again. It was better to have the belts go up to the sky because they're faster. Fill a ship. The ship flies over to another one on the sky there, and the belt down again. And it was significantly faster. You're saving 20 seconds per one, so that's 40 seconds per, 20 seconds here, 20 seconds there, back again. So before you know it, 3 journeys and you've got yourself a free journey. Well, it would have taken 4, you've done in 3. So yeah, it does. It adds up quicker than you think. So. Yeah, so what I mean, I need to bring in these, obviously, at each point. But I would need to split this, like this, coming on here. But it would have to also go up the floor above. Because hydraulic pistons and robot parts are used everywhere. And then there's just the additional, whatever, like the farmers just use the ferrite. The combat bots will use another material. But I think the pistons and hydraulics are used everywhere, aren't they? So the farmer robots is robot parts and pistons for the arms, and so each one's robot parts. The combat one is all robot parts and pistons for the arms, but it uses steel. Uses steel instead of xenoferrite, and then it has copper there. And then the robot head uses thermalite, and then the minor rot uses thermalite. So they all use, for the arms and legs, they all use the same thing. They use robot parts and hydraulic pistons with some additional thing to them. This is the awkward one. This would have to be brought in separately. So I need to find a way to bring this in, but also bring it up to the floor above, and the floor above that, and the floor above that, and that, go up by 5 floors. Which actually isn't terribly difficult when we're splitting them like this. Because we could absolutely just put in a splitter there and have it go up to this floor, and then another splitter which goes up to the next floor. Although I don't know about the angle. The angle might not be steep enough. Or I could... Oh wow. What is going on today? I'm actually contemplating using the elevator. We could run this in to here, stick an elevator in, run an elevator up to the next floor, it wouldn't though, because the offset wouldn't be... The offset could be pretty significant actually. I need to figure out how big the offset would be. That's what I need to do. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just do it. Let's just give it a try. If it all goes terribly wrong, well, we'd have learned a valuable lesson. I'm going to shut that off and let you carry on selling things for a minute, and then we'll figure some stuff out. So, Pretty large undertaking. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I'd have to bring in some pipes at different levels and things and do stuff. But I'm just wondering whether we could bring in. I said like these. The hydraulic pistons and robot parts could come in and go through the lower floor, elevator up to the next floor, go through that floor, elevator up to the next floor, go through it, and just keep going up. And we just have to bring in the additional belts of whatever we need whenever we need it. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe if I take these starting ones off, like 2 of these starting ones off, and move them down here, so we've got more of a space in the center here, we could bring all the belts in that we need. Oh no, that wouldn't work. Hold on. I just said we could bring all the belts in that we need and distribute them between each floor, but then I would need different floors need different belts, so that won't work. I'd have to have 13 belts come in here. Like all of these would have to split at this point and come in here, which is doable. Still doable. Very doable. Why am I getting this weird? Like, let's rebuild the whole thing at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, because we need 1 whole belt of those and 2 belts of these. So we could do that. We could turn these in to come to the end of the thing because they're needed on every floor. So these 3 things are needed on every floor. I think. Land. Right. Where's the heads? Where's the heads? It's easier to do it in the inventory. So heads. So these ones. CPU. Oh, okay. The combat drone doesn't need CPU. Combat drones are stupid. Haha. But yeah, so they all want robot parts and CPU for that, and then all of these want robot parts and hydraulic pistons, and then whatever. So that's xenoferrite. That's xenoferrite. That one's steel and weapon components. That one's steel, and that one's polymer. So if we brought the robot parts, hydraulic pistons, and CPUs in all together, which is these 3 lines here, if we split them off and brought them in to here, we could distribute them to each floor, and then the other floors would just grab whatever they need when they need it. It's the belts coming in that's going to be the confusing part, because I need 13 belts coming into the building. And some of them have to go to every floor, some have to go to just 1 floor. Oh, have you all run out? What did you run out of? Why have you stopped? Oh, because you're not selling things, that's okay. I'm never going to use these. I just want to do them. I just want to tick everything. That's what I want to do. Just tick everything. I'm gonna upgrade those like that, because we are going to change this up to use a 3rd line now, which means we're probably going to have to get more paint at some point. Oh, that sucks. Why does everything in this game require oil? Why? Why must everything require oil? Right. How can I distribute stuff to each and every floor? Well, I could do that here. Yeah, I think with the I can't really use an elevator either, though. A freight elevator. Because if you feed it too much of one compared to the others, it blocks up. We're going to go with swirly belts. That it works. It works. The swirly belt thing works. That's going to be the best way to do it. Okay. We're just going to come out. We're going to swirl the belts up. Then we're just going to output them wherever we need them, at whatever height we need them. I don't know of any other way to kind of do it. Yeah, I really can't think of any other way that I could get the stuff to go to multiple floors. It's either that or we put in loads of just, you know, we do that, going up to that floor, and then we have to do another one which goes on the floor above, and yeah, okay. Which may mean I've taken down the mountain, and I really didn't need to take down the mountain. Really didn't need to do that. Oh well, done now. Right, so why are you not taking bots? What's wrong? What's wrong with bots? Sales platform. Obviously, everything's expensive because I don't want to. I want to be selling it on the galactic map. Oh, we didn't actually manage to take over this place. Why is that? You've got the farmer bot. We own everything here. We own this planet completely. We've only got 43% of this planet here, which makes no sense because I should be selling everything to this planet. Oh, no, we are 93%. 43, 43, and 6. So yeah, all these add up. All these add up to let me go over there. Oh, my flip over to the other side doesn't work. Oh god, I don't know if any other commands aren't working, but that's okay. But over my tests have found it's more efficient to utilize the station as the bus. Make or buy the product to station, distribute them for. Yeah, the using that and using these to instant transport stuff around is broken. It's utterly broken, and I hope they nerf it to hell. I've used it myself. I used it in places there, I know, but it's so broken. It's just there's no real point in doing anything else other than just using these to go to the station and back down again. So that's why I was trying to avoid doing them as much as I can. So I haven't been sending stuff up to the station and bringing it back down again instantly. I did do it to start with like over here with the ores and stuff coming in, do things, and I think I have been doing it with the ores at the moment, but yeah, it kind of feels wrong is the best way to do it. You could do it all just buying and selling from the market and not make anything yourself at all. Literally just you know, get the licenses and go, okay, so what does this need? This needs you know, we need to get hydraulic pistons and robot parts. I'll just buy them off the market and ship them in. And doing that, I don't know how you'd figure out profit from that. If you could make any profit from that, I don't know. So yeah. What we need is vertical belts. I know we've got the freight elevator, but that's it only works for single items, and it's way bigger than a belt. So even, you know, it's a 4x3. In a 4x3, I can swirl a belt up in the same space, and I don't need to use any additional power or additional settings. That I can just put a belt in and swirl it around in a cord to get to the top. So, and I could split it off at certain points. The only thing that's going to make any sort of building look bad is the belts going into it. Yeah. And you buy everything and ship it through the pads. Yeah, I can utterly believe that. Just buying from the market, especially because the market's broken as well, because you buy and sell at the same price, which is just so wrong. It's just so wrong. You should at least have sell at half the price you buy at. But yeah, I've seen. Yeah, so like you wouldn't have. You just unlock the stuff. You'd build a small factory, get the money going, unlock stuff, and then you'd go and be like, okay, so the first bot requires xenoferrite, machine parts, and electronic components. So I will just buy those 3 things in, make all of them that I can make, and sell them off. And I think the transport bots are worth more than all those 3 things added together. So yeah, the wasn't it the you could buy Tekken rods, break the Tekken rods down to the wire and the electronic components, well, not break them, but to convert them into the wire and electrical components, sell the components, and make 3 times your money back. Wasn't that the like the early game make a shed ton of cash? That's it, market. So I don't have it unlocked at the moment. It's a shame. Station upgrade, market office. It doesn't give me the prices until I unlock them. That's a shame. Yeah, I'm sure you like buy the Tekken rods at like 3 a rod or something. I think it is, and you sell the electronic components at like 7. So it's just over twice the amount. I can't remember. I'd have to unlock them. Let me unlock them right now. Unlock that, unlock that, unlock that, and then actually start at the top and work your way down. Yeah, it's but isn't that like what, once you get to the very early point, you could buy the rods in, have 3 assemblers, 1 that converts rods into wire coil, and 2 that convert the coil into electronic components, and then sell the electronic components for twice as much as you brought them in for. And then you can have, instead of just 3 machines, you could have 30 doing that, and you're doubling your money every minute. So that's, you know, and you could set that up and then sit down and have 1 million within like an hour. You just expand that a little bit. You just have an electronic components factory. I'm sure that was the well, you can do much better later on, much better things later on, but that's very early game. You can do very, very early game. Right. You're still going. God Dang it. Right, okay. Yeah. Build a box lamp, make a boons. Yeah, I remember, I think when it first come along, I remember looking at it and be like, so you can buy this and you can do that and do the other, and oh, you can make lots of money early game if you're willing to sit back and, you know, wait. It would take you like an hour of you basically just staring at the game, nothing happening. But once you start getting some money in, you can then obviously expand your base to buy more Tekken in, or Tekken rods. And yeah, you can just do it and you make lots of money very, very early game. The problem is the science packs. You obviously can't buy the science packs in. They're not available to buy. So you still need to make the science packs. But yeah, but you can absolutely come down here and do like what I've done here. We can just buy CPUs in. We can buy the hydraulic pistons in. Did I get that done already? No. Hold on. Where's the yeah, hydraulic pistons, robopots. So we could buy them all in and have this be completely independent of the factory. But the point of this playthrough wasn't that. The point of the playthrough was to make bots from the fuel. We're buying nothing. We're buying not a sausage in. Other than construction parts. Construction parts were the only thing we ever brought in. So that's the point of this playthrough, to make that. I want to build this up. I do want to change this building up there. I just don't want to start it tonight, so hence why I'm letting that go down there. But we'll see here. I don't need that. I don't need the wire. I just want the components. Add that to the end of the queue. Yeah, you need thermalite sheets to be made. Okay, Tekken rods. So if I go to the galactic market, new trade, Tekken rods. So they're 2. They cost 2. And you convert the Tekken rods. One becomes 2 wire. Then you need 2 wire. So you need 2 rods to make 1 electronic component. All right. We don't bring Tekken down the line at all, do we? We gotta bring Tekken down the line. Hover engines. We're making hover engines elsewhere. Tekken's here, isn't it? Yeah. So let me grab 2, and yeah. So you turn 2 Tekken rods into 1 electronic component. So 1 becomes 2 wire, and the 2 wire in a rod becomes that. So, so you become. Or was it 1 it made? Hold on, I didn't know I had some on me like that. Hold on. Oh. 2 Tekken, 1 component. Yes. Okay. Obviously, you'd have to take into account power as well, because of the profits. You need to buy ignium for the power. If you was buying everything from the galactic market. Oh, hello, there's a hole in my floor there. Let's not do that. It's bad for you. I think they sell at 7, don't you? You buy at 2 and sell at 7. So you buy 2 for 4 and you sell at 7, so it's not quite 100% profit. But it's really good early game. You only need to buy 2 licenses. And you can technically do it with 1 shipping pad if you're willing to flip things around. Need to probably lower the station prices so that we start selling things a bit more, because this is not emptying out at all, which is a bit of a pain, but right, okay. I'm not going to get around to this today. We're not going to do this today. I just want this to empty out so I can move this around and get rid of these guys and raise them up by one, so I can have the belts go underneath, and then feed into this one, feed into the next one, feed into the next one. Which means I might have to offset them slightly as well. I think they might be offset to either go that way or this way. It's a bit more. Would be a pain because that power line. Yeah, because the belts would come along, and the way if these were raised up by one, I'd have the slopes do. Like there'd be a splitter. And then the slopes would do that, and then that. So that's where that entrance would have to be there. So it'd either have to move forward by 3 or back by 3. I think I'd rather move it back by 3, but that would involve moving this power line. But that's fine. We could move the power line because we could put one power line in between the two. If you can reach that far, I don't know. Can you reach that far? No, that's as far as you can go. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's okay. We'll have to put it here then. And then put one in between that connects the two together. Although we could just connect to one and then share the power along all of them. So. Right. Yeah. So go to the market. Boom. Galactic market, new trade, components. Yeah, they sell at 7. They sell at 7. So you buy in 2 of them. So you buy for 4 and sell at 7, and that requires 2 licenses and only like it's not ridiculous early game, but it is early enough game. And so you can buy in loads of tech and rods and then sell them on. Yeah. Or you could buy in the rubble, crush the rubble, convert the rubble up, make even better profit. From one, you could crush the tech and rubble and probably make 4 or 5 and then just sell the electronic components for 7. So 1 can become 7 probably. I'm not sure. Is it 1-to-1? I don't think it's 1-to-1, is it? I can't. I might be using that now, so I don't know. But yeah, you can if you build a little mini factory, just taking Techem and producing electronic components and selling them, you can make a tidy profit very early on. So anyway, I have been faffing about for probably 45 minutes towards the end of this here because I was hoping that would empty quicker, but also I know what I want to do here. Yeah, they're going to clip power lines, and also the mining laser might get a 3x3 mining one, which yeah, I like that. Yeah. Boop. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So I think we are going to leave this one here. I know nothing has just happened in the last half an hour, but and we will see about changing some stuff up here to make ourselves more bots, but differently, different, more bots, different, more bots. So yeah. It's it's one of those things of I've had a problem with it for ages because it just gets in the way. If you want to build a solid building and run power into the building, you can't. You have to have holes in the walls, which is just horrible because there's no way to transfer power through the building. So, but yeah, and you can't put power lines on top of pipes because they'd link through them. So yeah. So I don't, yeah, they should do. The way Satisfactory does it is the whole, when you put the power line in, the power line changes a different color so you know it's clipping. So if you want to not make it clip, you just don't put it down. You choose to go a different way. And yeah, I feel that should be up to the player. I don't think I'd abuse the clipping system in any way, shape or form, but it would possibly go through a wall. Into a building if we did that. But yeah, okay, let's leave this here. Let's leave this here. We will come back next time. We will carry on from there, and yeah, keeping getting sidetracked wouldn't be. Yeah, I know. Oh well. Yeah. So we're here. Tomorrow we're going to come back with the crust. We're going to carry on with that. We're going to try and finish the laser and see how we go with that. That'd be cool. And then we'll be back on Wednesday with more Foundry, and we will build this building. On that. I will have to try and figure out something to do with it. I don't know. I just don't know how I'm going to do the belts running into it. Like I said, I might have them come up the side of the building to the floor they need to go to, and then come in lengthways, so they're not coming up the front of the building, which will be like a sloped. We'll start using some glass and other bits and pieces and try and make it look pretty. The only building in my entire factory that will look like a building. Yeah. Yes, thank you very much for coming in, Maverick. Thank you very much. Nice chill stream. Yeah, it's been very chill tonight. There's not been a lot going on, but that's okay. We've been contemplating, and that is important. So yeah. So yes. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, let me try and spell stream correctly. That was stream 50, by the way. Stream 50. Stream 50. 190 hours. Beautiful. Yeah. But until next time, as always, have fun.